Greetings, and Akwaba. Welcome to Living My Best Life in Ghana. Yes, what a beautiful day. Happy African Day to you. Happy African Day to all of us. What a great day to be African. It sure is. I'm just happy to be here, happy to be alive. Today is October the 26th, 2020, and we are proud Africans today. We are lifting ourselves up. We are being the therapy and those that we need for ourselves. We don't need anybody else. We need to do this for ourselves, and we are doing it here at LMBLIG. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Kwaba, living my best life in Ghana. Yes. Hope you have had a very productive day today. I sure have. I got a string hanging right here. Yes, and I'm just glad that we are able to fellowship here together as African brothers and sisters that want willing to raise the consciousness of our people, being the best African that we can be, raising our consciousness because it's very so needed, and we are the ones to do it. We are so excited today about our guest today, and I wanted to come on in here and say hey to everybody because I will not keep our elder waiting. It's just an exciting time for us to have access to our most renowned historians and lecturers and people that we hold in high regard right here at LMBLIG. We do not play about our elders. We do not play about the message that they give us, and we take it wholeheartedly and then apply it in our lives on a daily basis. And we're just so happy to have the Honorable Dr. Runoko Rashidi with us today. Okay, so I will say hey to my family right quick. Save 3131 is here. Said good afternoon, African kings and queens on the plantation, but want to say hi to everyone. We'll rewatch later. But that said, thank you so much, Save 3131. We appreciate you being here. Yaya Bear. Hey, greetings, peace, and blessings. Much love to Yaya Bear. Miss Grace is here. Hey, Miss Grace. Joyce Boggs is here. Kwaba, everybody. Much love to you, Joyce, the happy companion. Hey, fam, much love to you. 100% black all day, Africa first. You better know it. What's up with you, bro? Yes, congratulations on everything you got going on. I'm an avid watcher and member, okay? Balanta Queen Sal Quapa LMBLIG Royals, Entertain hugs to all the kings and queens in the chat. I hope we are motivated today. Eminem Motors said, greetings, my LMBLIG family. Booyaka, booyaka. Yes, okay. Much love to you, Eminem Motors. Thank you so much for bringing that awesome energy right up in here at the very beginning, okay? Appreciate you. Felicia Brown said, happy African Day, family. Much love to you all. Much love to you, Felicia Brown. And we have to say thank you very much for all that you do here at LMBLIG. Felicia Brown is our public relations person for LMBLIG, and she is making things happen. We appreciate you and everything that you do. You are not will never go unnoticed. Anja Africa says blessings all. Much love to you, Anja Africa. I'm excited. Shari says, greetings, beautiful LMBLIG family, kings and queens, power and future, peace and harmony to all of us. Hey, Shari, much love to you. Appreciate you being here. Keisha said, Maha LMBLIG family. Entertain. Hugs to all. Yes, sending much love to you. Salutes, Queen Future. T-Roy is here. Bam, bro. Hey, how you doing? Much love to my brothers and my sisters. Everybody that is here, we are glad that you are here. The Marv says, what's up, Queen? What's up, King? What's up, everybody? Hope you are feeling your best African self today. What a great day to recognize ourselves as the most powerful people on the planet. Okay, recognize yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself some love. Put some positive energy within yourself from yourself. Okay, we ain't got to we don't have to look out for outside validation. We are the people that we need. Africa was born in us. It's not where we was, it's what is already there. Okay, so I'm just happy that we know that now. We can show that we know our power every day in our everyday actions. We can bring ourselves up to a higher level where we need to be the best example of this. Africa is our mother, it is our home, and it is us. All right, smash the like button, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you, T. Roy, Miss Grace in the house, and Miss Jackie C in the house. Greetings and blessings, family. And to saying Annette Lewis. Greetings, Queen. Much love to you, Queen. Shaliza Gita says the Kwaba LMBLIG family. So blessed to be here with you all today. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm fumbling over my words. I'm just excited about Dr. Runoko Rashidi being here. Okay. And I'm just really relishing this moment. Yes, Corey B said, acquired by LMBLIG family. What's up with your Corey B? Okay. Y'all, this is our time. It is our time, our time. It is time for us to get the information we need. It is time for us to understand the power that we have as African people. It is that time for us to do exactly what we need to do for ourselves. Okay? How about that? We are able to do it. We know we can do it, and we are doing things to really, really make ourselves totally just redeem ourselves from everything that we have gone through and showing ourselves and our ancestors that we know we are them and they are us. And we are just another example of African people being on this earth, ready to do the work that it takes for us. We're not giving up on us. Never. We are the ones we need, and we're going to explore everything that we need to explore, create our own statistics, our own data. We are letting the whole world know that it's about Africa, it's about Africa's people, okay? That's all that needs to be known about that. All right. I'm so happy. Yes. All right. It is amazing. And it's a must that we realize our internal power so that we can externally get it all done. All right, Miss Grace and Elder, they always have something for us to hold on to. Okay? Greetings, LMBLIG family. MWH Boutique is here. Yes, it's so awesome to have y'all here today. Lansa Mohammed Amin is here, watching you live from Ghana, Tamale. One love, Jagai. Much love to you, Lansa. Much love and glad to have you back, my brother. Yes, the Marv, I'm late. You're right on time. Thank you. No problem. Hello, family. Greetings, Sister Future. Amina S is in the house. Much love to you. Greetings, lovely family. Frank is in the house. Hey, Frank. Greetings, LMBLIG family. Hey, Sherry. Cousin Sherry has arrived. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. All right, Maha, Africa's people, and happy Africa Day to you. All right, much love, my brother and sister, Kwee and Corey, and my lovely new nieces. Man, I love y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Much love to y'all. Glad y'all here, made it home safely. What an awesome weekend we had. Muhammad Abubakar is in the house. Abubakar, you are all welcome home. Madase Muhammad, we appreciate you. We need to know that. We need that assurance. We love our African brothers and sisters that are down with the African unity of all of us, no matter where African people are all over the world. Yaya Be says Kwaba, my noble African LMBLIG family. Much love to you, Yaya Be. Yes, Sherry, I feel like I have been here forever. Hey, cousin Future. Ain't that something? That's amazing to know that you've been there a short period of time, being back on the continent, and you feel like you've been there forever. Okay. Hey, Africa Mama Land. Hey, greetings, Ayubu. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Yes. Watching the family live from Arusha, Tanzania. You better shout that out there, and I sure appreciate it. We appreciate you. Much love to the family. Future. What it is, my sister. Hey, Jack Queen, my aunt. Yeah, bet where the water at. Y'all bet where the water at? My cousin whipping them 25-20s, 30K feet in the air. Okay, y'all bet. Jumbo, habari gane. Yes, that amazing Africa Mama land. Karibu. Yes, welcome. My beautiful family, love you guys. Abu Simbel is here. Much love to you. Much love to everybody that is here. Your energy is so refreshing. Thank you so much for your hard work and love for our people. I appreciate you, Abu. You just don't understand. I really do. It's just wonderful that you would say so. Why I got y'all here for a couple of minutes before I bring on our amazing honorable historian, anthropologist, so many different titles. He is bringing the history right to our right to our eyes. Okay, every day you can watch Dr. Runoko Rashidi all over YouTube. Okay, but while I have you here for a couple of minutes, I do want to mention about the Coming to Africa movie, the premiere that we just had right here in Memphis this past weekend, and we're so happy to have the new premiere of the Indie Memphis Film Festival. We had the director's private viewing, but the film festival premiere is Wednesday. And it's also virtual. You can still get your virtual tickets there. But if you are in the Memphis area, please come out and kick it with us on Wednesday at the drive-in. We're going to the summer drive-in here in Memphis. You can come out and see the movie on a huge big screen, the big huge guy. What the children normally say? Ginormous screen. Zola words. With the family, I think it's $20 a car load. So load it up. Everybody in the car and come on. Right before it get dark, and we going to daylight savings time. So it's gonna be going back to 5 o'clock or something, 5:30. So y'all make sure you come early so that you can celebrate with us. Don't be late so you don't miss the movie. We're gonna have an awesome time. And if you have not seen the movie Coming to Africa, you can go and watch the video trailer, the movie trailer. Coming to Africa movie trailer is on YouTube. All you have to do is put it in the search, Come to Africa movie trailer, and you can watch both of the official trailers. All right. And then you can order your ticket, your virtual ticket. The movie will be virtually available until October the 29th, which is my husband's solar return. Okay, so y'all govern yourselves accordingly on that. All right, hey everybody. Ooh, power is in the building. What's up, my people? Hey, family, I'm here too. Blessings and peace all in the chat. Sonya, hey, much love to you. Having a ball over there in Tanzania. You and sis and cuz is doing y'all thing. Hey. Unexposed experience. Hey, what's up, fam? What's up with you? Habari. Formula is in the house. Okay. The Dumba Festival I told you about will kick off the 3rd and 4th of November in Tamale. Okay, Ghana, any person who is interested to come and witness is welcome. I promise that person for my support. Okay. Hey, thank you, Lansa. Water dip power, you polar bear cold. Oh, man, go. Yeah, baby, what's happening? What I go on, cousin power? What's up, Sherry and the TZ? Salute OG. I can dig it, man. What's up with you, T-Roy? Yeah, everybody is here. Man. We got the movie up, so you guys can make sure you have get a chance to watch the movie. And if you missed our post video of the family and the reactions, please go back and watch the video. It was very, very fun. And we have shared some beautiful energy, and you deserve to be happy and be at peace and receive some freedom. It's time for us to go back home to our mother Africa and all of the crazy things that's going on in this world. Let's save ourselves, okay? Let's just save ourselves. Let's go. Vamping, VAMPIN, vamping, out of the way. Mm-hmm. So yes, it's just a glorious time for us to be doing these lives we've been having lately. Thank you to so many of our staff working together to make sure that we have the best the best people The best African scholars and people available to come on and share with us and share their story and enlighten us and give us some energy that we didn't know was available because we had been fooled to think that we had nothing to offer. But now here we are as African people. We got so much to offer and so much to give to our own self. Okay?
Our own self.
Our own self. It feels good to give to your own self.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited about Dr. Runoko Rashidi being here, because we have been watching his videos and reading and doing and following and researching it for years.
Yes.
Years.
Yes.
And this man right here, I'm talking about wherever an African is in the world or has been, he has been. For real.
Yeah.
Just to hear him talk about some of the places he's been and his reaction that he get from Africans wherever they are, like they're like, we didn't think we would see anybody, another black person again. We've been here for this amount of years and this amount of years. He talked about the Africans in Turkey, Istanbul, Africans everywhere, man. Russia. What? Okay.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, a little poof.
Sticking out there.
Okay.
Yes. Y'all returns home. Said Quabba family. Peace and blessings to all. Much love to you. We miss y'all. Yo-leg. Hey, beautiful LMBLIG family. Greetings, power and future. Much love to you. Yo-leg. Yes, Sonya is laughing at Sherry Power. That shirt is sharp.
Thank you, Jack Queen.
Quabba to my beautiful LMBLIG family. Greetings to Queen Future and King Power. Zenobia. Yes, Valanta Queen.
What's up with you?
Much power, more power to you, brother. Black power. Yes, much love and power to you. You got to say it like that. Good afternoon, LMBLIG family. Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
What's up, my brother?
We still have hard along to go for creating our unity. I've been sharing some of the videos that I went live with LMBLIG family with Uncle Jay on the Facebook, and people who have sponsored me for good job. We appreciate you, Ayubu.
Ayubu.
Yeah.
My brother.
Yes, much love. Truth is the happy companion in
my
the
brother,
house.
What's happening?
The savvy entrepreneur said, hi, family. Much love to you, sis. Jatan. Hey, fam, turned on the channel and bam. Power is rocking that top. By the way, you guys on fire with the content. Can't wait to hear baby Baba Runoko in a nutshell. And you better say it, Jatan.
What's up, Cud?
Yeah,
Appreciate that. And this is not New World. This is not New World. This is Nalim. That's a Ghanaian tailor, and they have a store though. But it's in the West Hills Mall, one in Accra Mall, and it's a couple more spots. So
Sherry said, Quabba to everyone who just entered the chat. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Good jobs on the likes, fam. Okay, thank you. All right, Naturally Clever is in the house, is it? Honeycomb 368A is here as well. Yes, much love to you. Education decided to stop. Keep paying for my education. They finally told me that they are nosed alongside with me because I'm racist. And I told them I'm not racist. I'm an African nationalist. That's right. They don't like when you find yourself, when you know who you are, when you got support from your own, baby. Formula said, Quabba, much love to you. And ready for the great guest. So Superior Carbon is in the house. Much love to you. Yes, Nana Gwen. Hey, Nana Gwen,
what's going on?
Greetings, family. I'm on the way to Ghana in a few days. So excited. Congratulations.
Nana Gwen, slide across the safe base, home base, safe.
Missed the post CTA movie. I kept wanting to come in until I realized I was watching the replay. Just because you know you should have been there. Send some healing energy to our brother. My thoughts on everything. He's in the hospital. Might be malaria. Oh okay. We got to call and check on him, baby. We got to call and check on him, brother.
I sure do.
Yes, thank you for that, Jack Queen. Appreciate it. For the past few months, y'all have kept me going through the pandemic here in Babylon. Yes, I appreciate you.
Nana Gwen, we got you. We've been checking out. You know, we both been checking out your videos too. Justin Rue said, Quabba LMBLIG family, respect power and future, respect cousin Justine. Respect to you. Jaton said, I like that name and Superior Carbon. Indeed, we are. Yeah, I like that. That carbon just sounds like it make you feel like you in space, like you celestial being or something like that, even though we are that too as well.
Yeah, I can send it right here. You want me to send it right here?
Yeah. Quaba Sherry said, Quaba and Honeycomb 368 and Nana Gwen and Justine. Go ahead, Sherry. Sherry, what you doing today? You just ask somebody what they're doing. I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling. Hey, you be sitting up on your couch or your little cot. You might be outside by the beach with your legs crossed, just chilling.
Just
you know
chilling.
What I'm saying? Relaxing. Or you might be walking past the market or something. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Sights and sounds of Africa. Tanzania.
Yes, Tanzania.
Boy, I am excited. We're about to get Doctor on here. About to get him. And I'm gonna tell you what. One of my favorite revelations that Dr. Rashidi brought out was the the African presence that was found in Mexico with like the Olmec heads. Mind blowing. Then they always show, if you do see a picture of the Olmec heads, they'll show you the front shot. They never go around the back. That's where the definitive information is.
Man, what?
He got locks hanging out the back of the headdress. Come on, man. The lips and the nose and the eye shapes hey, it's unarguable.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. It's just too real.
Yeah, it's futile. It's like somebody that's drunk getting in the ring with somebody like Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali. It's a futile attempt. It's not gonna hold up. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Oh man. So we're gonna get it, bro. Let's see. Go back. There you go. Amazing Africa Mama Line said, I have been in deep stress for a couple of days and trying hard to talk to them, but they denied and tried to give me some conditions which are hard for me to follow, and I decided to move on without. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, don't let them stress you. Just lay back, relax, and make your right decision, my bro. Try to give you some conditions. Well, if we do this, you're gonna have to do that. Nope. Honeycomb 368 said, hey, yeah, how y'all doing, bro? We doing good. Doing it. Jack Queen said, Nana Gwen, me too. When are you arriving? Oh, that's right, Jack Queen. Y'all fly out date is approaching too. Rochelle Venturepool, what's up? 30 days until exit to Ghana. Rochelle.
Congratulations, Rochelle.
Yes. Get on up out of here.
Yes.
Amazing Mama Africa land. You flexed on them now. That's right. It's time for us to make decisions on ourselves and based on our best interests. Anja Africa. Nana Gwen blessings and already subscribed. Nana Gwen, you be fresh on your videos too. I just want to let you know that. Be real fresh on your videos. Naturally Clever, Holiday Sherry Bumbray. Katuko X, greetings fam, blessings, our ancestors. Only a selective group will hear the call. Africa first. I salute you, my brother, and that is a true statement. That's true facts. True facts. T. Roy said, hey, Justine Ruth. Honey, Justine. Yeah, we had a ball the other day before Khalil left. He came by the shop, he hollered at us, kicked it with my grandbabies and everything, took pictures with everybody. We had a good time. And we working on coming to Africa too.
Yes, much love to everybody. I live in a brewery. Please come up the mountains when you get there. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
We are there as well. We're not in a brewery, but we are in a prayer day. So this right along the way. We would be glad to. Sonya said, me and Sherry in these streets. Go, Sonya and Sherry. Global
Go.
Green Book in the house. Blessings, family. Inshallah, all is well.
Global Green
Congratulations
Book.
on all of your endeavors. Nothing like watching melanated people winning. Love it. Yes, my
Thank you, my
sister.
sister. Madai said.
When is the movie coming out? It's already out. I put the link up. You can watch it right now. If you go to this link, purchase a virtual viewing, you can watch it up for 5 days. And it's going to be shut down up. It's going to be playing up until Power's Earth Strong or Solar Return, which is the 29th of October. So, hey, we are happy about that. So please go and watch the movie soon as you all can. Go ahead and watch the movie. Okay. Thank you. Yes, let's keep it moving. Let's see where we go to. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody's speaking just like we normally do. Welcome everybody. Those braids and locks in the back.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Superior.
Yes, sir.
Hugs, my sweet sister. Justine said, "A loser continue. Victory is certain. For sure, for sure. Olmecs heads, yes. We're Africans in the middle in South America, yes. Next question."
You know what I'm saying?
Sherry said, "Sonya and I were in these streets yesterday. I'm relaxing in my room, getting ready to watch our brother drop these priceless gems at Power," Sherry
That's
said.
what I'm talking about, Sherry.
Yola said, "Olmec heads leave no doubt of African presence in Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
We have left our mark on the entire world, indeed," Superior Carvin says. "Peace, Brother Power. Did you take acting lessons? Brother, you sure was good in the movie, like you've been doing it for years. Congratulations, you brother."
Thanks, Corey.
Congrats, brother.
Thanks, Corey. No,
That's
I
awesome.
never took an acting lesson in my life. I was in a theater class, but not just to, teaching you how to act and nothing like that, man. I've been around it though my whole life with my pops and stuff, theater and stuff is coming up. So yeah, I love it. That's like a passion of mine. I really like it. I really, really, really like it. And to have the opportunity to do it with your family members on your own terms and be part of the production, priceless.
All right, Ted. King Shuja said, King Shuja TV. Yo, everybody, much love. What's up, King Shuja? Much love to you.
King Shuja.
Yes.
Look, y'all, I got to make a run.
I'm right back.
I'll be right back. Sister Future got y'all.
Yes.
And if I'm gone when the doctor comes, make sure you ask him about the
you gonna come right
old
back.
make heads. Yeah, I'm just saying though, you might get, even with the time frame, be like, I gotta get them old make because I want to go on a trip. I got my boots, I got my stuff, I'm ready to learn.
Okay. Well, it will be done. Whatever you just said then, it will be done. All right. Yes. See. All right. So everybody's speaking and sharing. Yes. Mm-hmm. 9 days before departure to the motherland, Eminem Motor said, "Hey, now we so excited for you." Lanza said, "Peace and blessings to all my brothers and sisters here. I love you all. You're always welcome to Ghana." Thank you, Lanza. Rich King said, "Family, have you seen SNL Africa sketch, Degrading Africa Men as Prostitutes for White Women?" No. Hey, Justine Sonya said, "Hey, greetings. Amazing Africa. I'm waiting for the movie so much." Okay, you can watch it right now. It's called Self-Determination. Next question. Okay. Congratulations at Eminem Mode. Whoop, whoop. Ain't that something? Safe travels. Naturally Clever said, "Congrats to all that are headed out soon. May you all be guided and protected throughout your travels." That's absolutely right. Naturally Clever. Yes, Eminem Motor said, "Boom." Much love to everybody that is here. Is also just very just warming and feels great to have Africans all of the same mind in the same place. Katuko Asa, congrats to our new pioneers. Safe journey. Yes, it is. How long we on today in my Kofi's voice, because I have to watch Coming to Africa for the 12th time. Fire! Thank you now, Balonta Queen, because hey, you just better do it. All right, good to see everybody here. I'm so excited. Y'all showing up and showing out for our elder, our Baba. our doctor, our historian, our anthropologist, giving so much to the world and the minds of young people to inspire us to keep going, keep it going. Our luta continua, the struggle continues. Nana Smith said, high power and future. I've been watching this program a long time. Where is Kofi? Who knows, sweetheart? I don't know. It's good to see you and have you here. I like the story when Runoko Rashidi said that he told our history to a man in South America, and it was so powerful that the man started crying because he never heard anything so great about blacks. Ain't that awesome, Superior Carbon? Straight up, he is a natural actor. He just flows like that. Jatan said about power. That's amazing. Congrats, Eminem. A couple of days and a wake up, Sonya Crawford said. Ain't that some? Congrats to Eminem. Hugs to everyone. Thank you for being so grateful. Graceful you are, and Miss Grace. Yes. What's up, family? Don Quantum. Does anybody remember life before LMBLIG? Don. Awesome. Ooh, okay. I tell people all the time. My shoe for my audience here. Greetings, power and future. 6:43 p.m. over here. Truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, harmony, balance, peace, and divine order. All of those good things. Y'all make sure we keep those laws of my art in our manifestation. We gonna be straight. I promise you. Rob C is in the house. Hello out there, LMBLIG. What's up with you, Rob C? Great to see you and great to have you here. All right. Much love. All righty. Let's see. How you doing, sis and bruh? It's so good to see y'all. Me and my husband enjoyed the movie. I'm so proud of you, bro. You did a good job in the movie. Can't wait to see part 2 coming to Africa. Yes, Shawnee Green is here. Paul, hey y'all, my family. And we got a special edition Black Love Couples next Tuesday. I'm looking for all of the Black love couples that want to come in and talk about the beautiful life of black love. Please send me an email at livingmybestlife.in Ghana@gmail.com. If you don't hesitate and you want to be on this live of as many couples that we can have on the screen at one time and showing and telling our story. Y'all remember the newlyweds? I want us to look like the old look of the newlyweds when you have everybody on the screen. That's awesome. I want y'all to be here for that because we are love and love and love. Love is African. Africa is love. Becoming my eyes say, hey, LMBLIG family, I'm lurking and listening. Hey there, my love. What you looking for, baby? All right. BW Sam said, Quaba, my sister, much love. Sister Queer, still trapped in NY. Your sister in the NY. Hey, my love. Good to have you here. Y'all, Quaba is 9:45 p.m. over here, and that's in Tanzania. Thank you, Sherry, for giving us up on the time. Evans Adakwa is here. Greetings, Quaba family. Saints, I received my African ancestry while here in Tanzania. I have to wait to get back before I find out where I'm from. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Congratulations. And we got Sister Dr. Gina Page coming up this week from African Ancestry. Oh my goodness. So y'all make sure you govern yourselves accordingly. We will have the doctor, this renowned African doctor that's making our lives change for the best, AfricanAncestry.com. We look forward to seeing her. And make sure y'all go along with the schedule. The lives are up right now. And so you'll know to put in your calendar so you won't miss it. You got to be a part of our lineup for the rest of this month and especially the month of November. We're going to do something very special we're planning and working on. Our LMBLIG staff is in order for the different endeavors, and we're working on organize like the great Kwame Ture said. Okay, I received my African ancestry right here in Tanzania, but you gonna know what you where you from when you get home. All right, when you get back to America. Okay. Hey, Sherry Dunn said, Justine, Miss Gray said, Justine is saying something to you. Yes. Good. Hope all is well. Keisha, Prince Quasi, my Joe, Queen Future, and all the LMBLIG Royals. Much love to you. Much love to everyone. Yes. Dr. Rashidi has a 2-day course coming up for $25, everybody. Yes, make sure that you all register for it. I already did. Uh Felicia, let's see if you can send me the link so I can post it up. That will be great. Okay. Or yeah, just send me a website or URL that I can look it up on my email or text message so I can send it. Okay, let's try this. All right, we can get having a little technical difficulty, but we're about to be on and popping. So yes, love the meeting. Watch with my son, the movie. Watch with my son who went to Ghana when he was 15 and remember so much. Congratulations. And we are still voting. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all vote for the movie after you watch it. Don't worry about donating. If you want to donate some, just watch the movie again. All right. Thank y'all so much. All right, appreciate it. Life before LMBLIG was a search. Just searching for people who are like me. Ain't that something, Miss Grace? Thank you so much. Hey, becoming my eye, truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, harmony, and divine order in the house. Yes, Sonya said, hey there. Hey, Future, is there a video coming on Uncle Jarvis? Visit to the orphanage, burn our gifts and much love. Back at your future and power. Uncle Robert, you have to be in the offline support group. We are not posting anything up with these children. We are we hold them very sacred. And all of that information will be available in our offline support group for the children of Tanzania. So thank you for asking. And or you can email me and I can add you to the group. Thank you so much. All of our information is in the description box. If anybody's interested in joining our offline support group, you can email us. If you need to contact us for herbs or whatever have you, we have it available. All right, doctor, I see you now. All right. Everybody, I hope you are ready. We are ready. We are not going to wait any longer. We hope y'all are ready for this beautiful presentation. And I just want to say this elder here, this brother, has been putting in the work for us for a long time. I've been watching him since the very beginning of when it finally set in that it must be something greater to life than just a robot in a place that doesn't recognize you as a person. Okay, and when I saw his videos, it was breathtaking. It was so unbelievable. It was believable. Okay, it was so unbelievable that it was just that it was believable because it's like you felt like it was something on the inside always trying to talk to you or something that's been trying to connect you to your purpose in life, who you are as a people, you know what I'm saying? And so many other questions that we had, just generational questions that we had about ourselves because we didn't know the truth. And here is this brother that has made it so plain, and he has his own delivery, his own way of bringing things so close to home to us that it just cannot be denied. He's a world-renowned, groundbreaking pillar in our global African community worldwide. People know him all over the world because of the cleanup mess that he cleans up about African people, our presence, and the different contributions that we have made to the world. Okay? He can clear it up. Any mistake or evil attempt that anybody tries to have and lying and putting forth mistrust and mistruths about African people, he can clean it up right now and has done for many, many years. Okay, and he shows us where all of our people, many African people, have touched down across the whole planet Earth. He's a very humble man, and he loves us, and he has put in countless hours upon hours that equal up to many years of time, because he knows that this is his purpose, and he has served his purpose well. And now I know our ancestors are very happy with him and the work that he has done. He does a great job of it, and he continues to. And I ask that our creator, creatress, and our ancestors keep him safe and well protected in his health and everything else. I appreciate you so much, Dr. Runoko Rashidi. I present to some, and to others, you will have to have the chance to get to know him right now on LMBLIG and Living My Best Life in Ghana. Here he is, the Honorable Dr. Runoko Rashidi.
Oh, sister, you give me much too much credit. I'm just a hardworking African historian who loves his people, and that's my introduction. Right. So it's good to be on your show. I'm sorry it took a minute.
Oh, that's all right.
But we've connected now, and I hope it's just the first of many times that we get a chance to build together.
Oh, I'm sure it will. You look awesome. I love this wisdom that's going on with you right now. It looks awesome, and I'm just so honored to have you here. I'm just floored. My husband was just here. He had to run and make a run, and he'll be right back. But he sends his love to you, and he just elated to have you here. He can't wait to get back.
All right, what shall we talk about?
Well, I want to talk about the global presence of African people. You have so many stories that I really could chime back on. And I remember one time you talked about a story where you went to a village in some part of Europe, some part of, it was in Africa, where you met these people, the children that had the blonde hair, and different attempts. I mean, different times when you have been in different places. Can you talk about some of those times when people were astonished to see you and meet you, and they hadn't seen another African outside of themselves?
All right, well, let's start at the beginning. Africa is the mother continent. Africa is where it all began. Africa is where we began. And if we could just get comfortable with that, it would make so much difference. A lot of us are not comfortable with our African selves and would rather be anything other than an African. So Africa is the birthplace of humanity and the birthplace of civilization. And tens of thousands of years before the slave trade, African people began to migrate to the far corners of the world. They went into Asia, they went into Europe, they went into Australia, the Pacific Islands, the Americas, long before anybody else. So we are the original people, and we are the first settlers everywhere. And there are no exceptions to that. Now, I think the place you're talking about with the blonde hair is probably from the South Pacific. It's interesting to know that Black people were the first blondes. And isn't that something? And the first redheads too. Now, a lot of us do that because we're imitating others and the beauty standards that have been imposed on us. But African people set the tone for all of these things. You know, when I've lectured in 67 countries now, and I lecture in front of all kind of folk, mostly Black people, but not always. And then there's Black people with different levels of consciousness. So a lot of times, just to break the ice, I start by telling folk or asking the question, what do you think of when you think of Africa? Just to get a response and to get people talking. I get a lot of answers, but three never fail: wild animals, poverty, and disease. My point is, people have, including Black folk themselves, an overwhelmingly negative image of Africa. And I say, you know, Africa is where the first people came from. And Africa is where people first stood on 2 feet. And Africa is where people first built a house, not a hut, a house. Africa is where people first designed cities and urban centers. Africa is where people first had farming and sailed a boat and built a ship and charted the stars in the heavens and had philosophy and morality and religion. Africa is where people first had art and buried the dead and had mathematics and played music. And so it begins to change the way we see Africa. Now, I say this because I used to be anti-African too. I'm 66 years of age now. Until I was a teenager, if you had said I was an African, hey, we were going to fight. Now, if you say I'm not an African, we're likely to fight. So I know the power that knowledge of self can impact you with. One sister says, the more you love your history, the more you love yourself. But to love your history, you have to know your history. And so at an early age, I came to recognize that being a historian or our historian would be the one way I can make a contribution to the uplift of my people. So I've been to, in the last 20 years, 126 countries now. And I've met all kinds of sisters and brothers in many places that we don't expect to find them. That's how I would start the conversation.
That is amazing. The countries you've been to 126 different countries.
Yeah, in 20 years.
In 20 years.
So that means some years you essentially never stop traveling. One year, a few years ago, I visited 27 countries in one calendar year. That's in one 12-month period. So sometimes you come back to Babylon, take a shower, change clothes, maybe get a nap in, have a bite to eat, and go right back to the airport. I believe that I had a wonderful opportunity, and until something stopped me, I was going to just do it until I couldn't do it anymore. And now that has happened with this coronavirus. So this is an opportunity to be still for a minute and to communicate in a way that is new to me. StreamYard and Zoom and WebEx and Google. I never would have done that if I had been traveling and my life had proceeded as normal. So sometimes obstacles can be a stepping stone. And as African people, that is how we've had to deal with challenges. And instead of being stopped in our tracks, we just figure out a way to get around it and go around it.
Yes, that is absolutely true. And look, I wanted to ask you, like, what was, if I know you've been to a lot of places, what are some places that really swept you off your feet, that stands out in your mind, where you was like, oh wow, this is like the highest of the heights? Can you remember some places?
So many places like that. My first trip to Africa was to Egypt. And I've been to Egypt 25 times now. And to me, I've been to, I think, 34, 35 countries in the motherland. And people ask me quite a bit, Dr. Rashidi, Baba Runoko, if you were going to recommend one place in Africa, where would you go? Well, to me, anywhere you go in Africa is good. But two places stand out, and that is Egypt and Ghana. Egypt, you can see what we did. You can't help but be inspired. In Ghana, you can see where we were taken from. And so those two countries in particular, of all the places in the motherland, stand out. But each country has its own distinction. I'll give you an example. In the 1990s, I went to Egypt 5, 6 times. I started traveling with the great Dr. Joseph Ben Yakinen, Dr. Ben. Finally, in 2000, I was invited to lecture in Southern Africa, in Namibia and Zimbabwe. So it was a different African experience. Egypt is a singular African experience, but it doesn't mirror the whole continent. And these were big presentations. I would speak in front of presentations organized by the government of Namibia. And they would be well attended, all kinds of dignitaries would be there. And every time I did a presentation, the same thing would happen. Right in the middle of the talk, I would start talking about these dreams I've been having, these nightmares. And the dreams were, there were two of them. One, I know I live in this area somewhere, but I can never find my home. But on this street, this avenue, the boulevard, the alley, I know I live around here somewhere, but I couldn't find my home. Strange dream. And the other dream, I would go visit my family in Los Angeles, where I grew up in South Central, and they wouldn't want me to be there. They would laugh at me. They wouldn't eat with me. They'd make me sleep on the floor. And I realized that those dreams had much greater significance than I ever thought. I had to be in Africa to realize it, that because we were separated from our homes, a lot of us in Babylon here, I think, have a sense of, where do I belong? Where do I come from? What is my home? Because we are still dealing with the trauma of the Ma'afa, the transatlantic slave trade. And because we were separated from our families, I think for some of us, a kind of an alienation, maybe a fear of relationships because you don't want to be hurt again. And I
Yes.
would come close to tears. And the audience would feel that vibe. And they would say, but Runoko, this is your home. And we're your family. You know, I never had those dreams anymore after that. It was as though those demons deep in my psyche had been exorcised. So for me, I really would love for every sister and brother outside of Africa to go home at least once and to feel it and touch it and smell it and experience that and get rid of this. Those Africans don't like you. They don't think you African. You don't belong. Destroy all of that because we need each other. So that's Africa. But Asia, the place that really stands out is India. Believe it or not, India has more black people than any single country on earth. India has twice as many black folk as Nigeria. And not only was I dealing with the black folk of India, but also the people called the Dalits or the untouchables, the most oppressed people in the world. In Australia, you meet sisters and brothers who say they've been there for 60,000 years. And they're not anti-African, but they don't believe they come from Africa. They believe Africans come from Australia. And that's deep. And then you've already mentioned the Pacific Islanders, or you have these natural blondes who say we came from Africa 30,000 years ago. For example, in places like Fiji, you will be walking down the street and a sister or brother will see you and come up to you because they're very friendly and say, we come from Africa, where do you come from? And if you say you come from Africa, you have to get a crowbar to pry them off of you because you got a friend for life. It's wonderful being around sisters and brothers who you don't have to beat in the head about Africa. They're proud of it. And so every country, every continent, every region has something special and unique to offer. Now, what makes my work different from a lot of people is when I talk about the African diaspora or the dispersal, I'm not just talking about sisters and brothers here in Babylon and in Brazil and in the Caribbean or here as a result of enslavement. I'm talking about hundreds of millions of Black people scattered all over the world. I'm a Garveyite. And so I believe in a Black empire that will stretch around the world with Africa as the base. So I hope that answers your question, or at least addresses it a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Look, I was thinking about. I saw a documentary when you was talking about the 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 bigness of how the African woman had a huge impact on Egypt and so much of our history that people don't know because of the society that we live in. It teaches us the exact opposite. Can you expound on that some?
Well, I love Black women. I'm a Black man that loves Black women, a powerful, heterosexual, alpha male Black man that
Yes.
loves Black women, and an African historian who likes to talk about the role of African women in history. And sisters, and not just sisters, but brothers too, need to hear that.
Right.
But sisters, I think in particular, need to hear Black men say, I love you, and you are important to me, and I cannot exist without you. I don't want to exist without you. We're all we got. And if we can't build that bond, then we're lost. And I don't believe we're lost. So African women in history. In Egypt, for example, Kemet, the line of descent is traced to the female side of the family. In order for the king to be the king, you had to marry the woman in whom the royal bloodline ran. Okay, so that's very important. In all of the thousands of years of recorded history from the Nile Valley, there's not a single case that I've ever identified of domestic violence. There's no case of rape. So you can measure a great civilization not just by the buildings that the people constructed or by the monuments that they left or the literature, but by the standard of living of the people. And so in Africa, women were truly liberated and they could rise to the highest positions. The worst thing you could do was to disrespect your mother. And so if you were to ask me, how did Nile Valley civilization last for so long? I would say because of the close family relationships, and the African woman was in the heart of that. So I do a lot of presentations about that. And every time I do a presentation, whether it be Black people in Europe, Australia, Asia, the role of Black women is going to be in the center of that. And as a Black man, I do not think that makes me weaker. I think it shows my sense of security in the fact that I don't feel threatened by Black women. Black women are not my enemy. They are my partner. And I don't think that I get enough. The thing I think I enjoy seeing the most is a Black man and a Black woman together. If there's anything I enjoy more than that, it's seeing a Black family, because that's really the basis of it.
And you know what? That you said that the Black family is so important, and this we in this day and time, and now especially through this catastrophe, and that has turned out to be very positive for Black people to be able to take some time and look at one another and value who we are, the power that we have when we come together and unify on so many different levels. And we realized that it was the transatlantic slave trade and all the slave trades that actually tore apart the Black family and did the damage that is done. We were always a community, a communal people that understood the roles of each person in the family. And I want to expound a little bit more on how the Black family was the reason why we are able to come back together and understand that it's even more important now. It was the beginning, but it is now, which is making a whole full circle.
Well, that's the key. And I think that there's a concerted effort, always has been, well, not always, but in modern times, to destroy the Black family. And I see a lot of that in the media right now. I watch TV a lot, and you see the commercials. It's rare to see a Black man and a Black woman together. It's as though we're being programmed to say, I might be the victim of racism, but I don't see color when it comes to picking a mate. Now, here's a brother that is racially profiled from cradle to grave. If you walk in a store, the security just fix their attention on you and follow you around. The last one to get hired, the first one to get fired, subject to get shot, as you know, just from being Black. And all at once, when it comes to picking a mate, you don't see color. You couldn't help falling in love with that blonde white woman. And I just completely reject that.
Yes.
That if you know that the Black woman is a queen and that she is descended from queens, why would I be willing to settle for something less than royalty? And so all of this, I think, goes back to knowledge of self. This is hard for a lot of people to understand. We have so many issues, so many problems. And so people will say, Runoko Rashidi, I don't have time to study history. I don't have time to immerse myself in my culture. Well, this is what I say. What you do for yourself depends on what you think of yourself. And what you think of yourself depends on what you know of yourself. And what you know of yourself depends on what you have been told. So if you're told you come from nothing, then hey, my brother.
How you doing, doctor? I didn't mean to interrupt you. I have to slide in here. I had to come here and give you my greetings.
No, I would love to see Black men and Black women together.
That's what's up.
But I'm saying that we absolutely need each other, and knowledge of self is essential. There are those of us who are frustrated, who don't want to study, who just want to act. I understand that. And then there are those, well, that's all we want to do is study. We want to act as though we are living in ancient Egypt. We're living in the ancient Nile Valley. But we must be thinkers and doers. And what we do must be a reflection of the knowledge that we have of what we have done. I think that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of sense.
For sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say something?
Yeah, Doc. Mel, look, once again, I'm enamored because, like, scholars are like, hey man, look,
that, man. Let's just get into it.
I've been watching you. You've been teaching me for a long time and didn't know it.
We've been his students and he didn't know it, but we're just honored to have you. We want to give you your flowers while you're here. Your praises for all the work that you do. It does not go unnoticed.
That's right.
We appreciate you in the flesh, straight out of our mouths. From the inside of us, this energy that we share in this atmosphere, we send it straight to you because we really appreciate all of the hard work that you do and you fulfilling the purpose that you know that you need to for yourself.
Well, let me ask you all some questions. What is it like in the motherland now? What is it like in West Africa with the coronavirus?
Ooh, we were there.
kind of challenges are we facing there?
When we were there, like I said, when we landed, the beginning of the year, it was no coronavirus. I hadn't even heard of it. My wife said she had heard wind of it, but it was in China. So when we landed, the first 2 months was like, it was fine. It was nothing happening.
In
Then all of
Ghana.
a sudden,
Yes.
right, in Ghana. Then all of a sudden you started hearing reports about what's happening in, say, Italy, and the numbers in Rome was growing. They were, because that's in the same hemisphere. So those news reports were growing and growing and growing. Then you start hearing about the US. And next thing you know, it was like a snowball effect. It was just like not daily, but like every few hours, it was something going on, some new development, and the country closed down. And when I say they closed down, they closed down. They had, they had the military out, they had the checkpoints. I mean, hand washing stations went up, Dr. Rashidi, and like overnight, they were everywhere. But the response in Africa was, if I had to give it a rating, I'd say it was pretty much, I would have rather been in the setting that I was in when the outbreak happened than to have been here. I'll put it like that.
Well, what do you hear lately?
So lately they're opening things back up. People are moving around.
There's no more cases. The cases have dissolved altogether in Ghana.
How do you account for that?
Well, as far as they're being very strict and putting people in quarantine, they don't play about that. If you get diagnosed with it, they put you in quarantine. They also did the whole tracking situation. Whereas
and they stopped, I mean to cut y'all back, I'm sorry. And they stopped a lot of outside movement too as well.
Yeah, they closed the borders up completely.
Even internally, like nothing was coming in Ghana, like not even from Burkina Faso, not even from Ivory Coast, Togo, nothing like that. Everybody just kind of singled off.
I've been traveling to Africa since 1991.
Right.
And I've always heard people say, if you get sick in Africa, you can forget about it. That's like death. So about 3 or 4 years ago, on one of my more recent trips to Ghana, I love Ghana. I got really sick. I was sick before I came. Some kind of bronchial thing. I didn't know what it was. So to make a long story short, I ended up meeting with some nurses and doctors, and they insisted that I go to the hospital. They treated me like a prince. They acted like they really cared about me. Mm-hmm. And in addition to everything else, it really just made me appreciate the motherland all the more, and how in many ways, Africa, with all the problems we have, is in many ways more advanced than Babylon here. That's one of the reasons we could all go and just see it and feel it and just, you know what I'm talking about, and have that vibe. It really is transformative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
I tell people all the time, I coined this phrase, there are no English words that can explain the African experience, because when you try to explain it to somebody, it don't come out. You get lost for words. Like, you just got to go see it. You just got to go feel it. You just got to go. You got to go do yourself this. And so many of your own ancestors, 4,094 of them that come back with you in full circle when you touch down. You don't know what you're doing. It's something like you think you're doing it just because it's you the person, but you're actually the vehicle of so many spirits of the ancestors returning home, where they fought so long and hard to get back home where they knew they were from.
Well, let me interview you now. Why do you, because we're having a conversation.
Right.
Why do you think there's so many, how do you account for the friction that exists between African Americans and Africans on the continent?
Go first.
What do you think?
I'll give my say so first. Now, I've seen it from the 13 years living in Africa, from checking the websites, the consulates, from the U.S. Embassy website to the consulates. They tell us so much derogatory things just in introducing you to whichever country that you're going to. They say don't intermingle with the local people. Stay in the tourist area. Don't go off in the bush with nobody. Stay where people can find you. Report yourself to the U.S. Embassy when you arrive. They will rob, steal, and they will steal from you. I mean, just on both sides. And they tell our continental brothers and sisters the same thing when they come here searching for U.S. citizenship or just a place to make extra money to send back home. They tell them the same thing. So I count that as first and foremost. So even from our experience of what we were told and the diseases, and you have to have your shots, and you might catch some, you could die from malaria and all kinds of stuff. Just the whole negative connotation from the very beginning.
And so my take on that is the difference is it's really not a difference. It's like when you go to, say, an aunt's house and your aunt has a certain way of doing things that's different than your mother, and you don't really understand how or why you're getting a spanking by your mama, why she's your auntie is reprimanding you. That's kind of like what we're missing with the differences in Africans and African Americans. What I mean by that, it's kind of like from a lot of the friction that we have been seeing going on is really like a non-issue, because when you think about what we go through here in the States, being so high pressurized, you're under stress daily, you can't even eat correctly. Even if you try, your food is still runs a chance of being genetically modified. Would you trade that for being able to have the inconvenience of maybe the lights might go out for a certain period of time, or you might have to get water brought to you at a certain period, so you might have to buy bags of water every day? It's like, what would you trade off? And for me to make a difference and say something like, I don't want to be in Africa. The African continent is this. They lying. That would be a lie for me, because I would trade it in a heartbeat. That's why we go back and forth so much.
Yeah, I travel all the time. At least I have been until this year, and I've lived out of the United States on two or three occasions, and I notice that whenever I come back to the United States, my stress level just goes through the roof. There's a level of tension. You can be racially profiled. You can catch a bullet just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
It's just a lot of stress. I think that if I lived outside of Babylon here, that it would add years to my life. And so I'm just proud to be connected with sisters and brothers who are lovers of Africa, who are comfortable with Africa and see Africa as not only the past, but Africa as the future. And it's interesting, too, that last year, African-American tourism to Africa, especially to Ghana, was booming. And it's called Year of Return, and then the pandemic hit.
Yep.
Yes,
we actually filmed a movie last year during the Year of Return, and it just came out a couple of days ago, called Coming to Africa. And I, with the movie, doctor, was to show people that Africa is not fat babies, flies, famine, war, and genocide. That's not what Africa is. Africa has malls, it has cars, it has people have regular jobs, they have houses, they have professions, they have clubs, they have natural stuff that they drink. So our movie, they have, sometimes Africans from here in the States and Africans on the continent meet and fall in love. So we put all of that in the movie, and we got stamps of approval. When I feel like we got stamps of approval from elder Ghanaians, we did our job. I think we did our job. So it's like we take all those things into account, man, because like I say, I'd much rather be able to go outside and kick my feet in the dirt and then go jump in the water at the beach or go up a mountain anytime rather than ducking bullets in the States.
I see one of the questions is asking me to talk a little bit about Dr. Ivan Van Sertima.
Yes.
Now, Ivan Van Sertima was my major teacher. I've had a chance to interact with people like John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben and so many others that people might know. But Ivan Van Sertima was probably my major instructor. Ivan was born in Guyana in South America, and he became famous for a book called They Came Before Columbus, The African Presence in Ancient America. And that was what he called his thesis, that our history in the Americas did not begin with enslavement, it began with greatness. And so Ivan is one of our greatest scholars. He's been an ancestor now since 2009. And I worked with him for the last 25 years of his life. And so Ivan Van Sertima is really, really a brilliant scholar. And I saw that somebody text that they wanted me to mention him a little bit.
Yeah.
So what was that like? What was it like when you was studying with Ivan Van Sertima? I mean, were you like, are y'all in the field? Was it classroom setting or a little of both? Or how did that go?
Well, I met Ivan when I was about 30. Okay, so that's 36 years ago. And I was looking for a mentor. I realized I'm an elder now, and people look to me for the same thing. This is before Facebook, before the internet.
Right.
So we would literally talk on the phone sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, because Ivan was not only the author of that book, They Came Before Columbus, which I still recommend people read. I think it came out in 1977.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also the founder of a publication called the Journal of African Civilizations. And this was an anthology that brought different scholars together to deal with different themes. One book we worked on was on the Moors. Another was the African presence in Asia. Another was the African presence in early Europe. Another was great Black leaders. And a lot of the books were on Nile Valley civilizations. Another was on Blacks in science. So over a period of time, Ivan developed confidence in me. And as he would plan these books, 2 or 3 a year, he would call on me to help assist with that. So I would write for him. I would edit,
Man.
like photographs. And it was really, really a wonderful thing for me to be able to just have that interaction. And yeah, now I realize that people like me, Anthony Browder, Baba James Small, Dr. Jeffries, etc., we're the elders.
Right.
And we're trying to make those ancestors proud and pass on this information to new generations. Now, one of the reasons I was enthusiastic about doing this interview or whatever presentation, whatever you want to call it, is because I'm looking for people to mentor. And it's not an easy thing because I'm not at a university.
Right.
It's hard to develop for me personal relationships through social media.
Right.
It's hard to really get to know people like that. But I realize that at my age in particular, it's important to me to find younger people to pass this information down to. There's maybe an Akan proverb that goes, "Wisdom is not like gold dust to be put in a sack and hidden away." And I think some of the scholars, we seem to be kind of jealous and insecure. So rather than just disseminating the information, we want to kind of hide it and keep it to ourselves and come off as deep and profound and these great, great scholars. To me, it's very important. I put it this way. In my opinion, a good teacher wants their students to surpass them because that's a reflection of you being a good teacher.
Right.
If you don't go beyond you, something is missing. And I want my students to go beyond me. I want one day a person to be able to say, I went to 150 countries. I went to 200 countries. Why? Because I heard this man named Runoko Rashidi say he went to 125. And I felt like I should build on the successes of his generation and take it further.
Yes.
Now, when I travel and go to all these places, I don't feel like, for example, one of the great scholars is a man named J.A. Rogers. Rogers was born in Jamaica. He wrote many books. And I grew up reading about him, or at least as a young scholar, I began to read about him. So I met some of his students. And one of his students, a man named John G. Jackson, who is himself an ancestor now, told me J. Rogers went to 60 nations. And I said, wow, how could that be? How could anybody do that? And I made up my mind that if he could do 60, dealing with all the issues he dealt with in terms of racism, that I should be able to go to 65. And I got to 65 and 70. And I begin to think that Rogers is saying, Runoko, I'm not jealous. I don't feel bad. I'm proud of you. And I got your back. So don't be afraid. Go by yourself if you have to, because the ancestors are looking out for you and we want you to be successful.
Right.
Your success is my success. And I think that that's how we must be as a community. We shouldn't be jealous of each other. We should be helping one another because we're all in this together and we're all we got. And I feel that vibe with you all.
Yeah.
I
Oh man,
appreciate
appreciate it. Because that's how we are too. Serious.
And we actually, I think it was Jatan that asked, what do you think about the repatriation movement and so many people are relocating or moving to Africa
They're
and
definitely going.
got their mind on Africa. And you know, it's been a long time coming. We've been waiting for this day, and now it seems like we're joyous in the occasion, and we taking every advantage of it because it was like at some time it was like we was the only ones, you know, because until we find each other and everybody doing their different community service work. So what do you think about the movement that is moving right along right now?
I think it's very important and it's very powerful. My daughter's mother is Rastafarian, and that's what Rastas are about, repatriation to the
Right.
motherland. But I also think it's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Garvey said something like he has no desire to bring every Negro to Africa because some of those Negroes aren't doing anything worth a damn where they are. So I think it's good if you go with the right attitude.
Right.
Right.
You want to contribute. You know, a brother, an elder told me on one of my first trips to Ghana, he says, if you just hate white folks, stay in the United States. If that's all you are about. But if you are here to contribute to the uplift of Africa, then come on, we welcome you. And so I think that orientation is very important. I've been to Ghana a lot of times, and I've been with some sisters and brothers on occasion that actually embarrassed me because they came with a view that they were somehow better than sisters and brothers on the continent, perhaps because the U.S. is such a powerful country, such a wealthy country. It got that wealth from stealing, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a powerful, wealthy country that somehow we are better than other sisters and brothers who don't come from that material background.
Mm-hmm.
And they demonstrated that. And that is very painful to me. That's very, very embarrassing to me. And so one of the questions I would ask you is what are the major challenges that you've confronted in repatriating to the motherland? I mean, we love Africa, but we also realize that there are challenges involved. So what would some of those challenges be that you've encountered?
The main things that we talk about all the time. At one time, we were there when the as far as the power was concerned, electricity.
Right.
That was a major issue early on. It's not so bad now, like it was when we first moved to Africa. When we first moved to Ghana.
What year
That
was
was
that?
That was
six,
06. Going
06,
into 07.
and then also the internet connection. That was, I mean,
You had to go to the internet cafe.
we had, it was
I
internet
remember that.
cafes then.
Yeah.
It was no cell phones like what we
Nah,
know
like
it
we know
as.
now.
It was like for real, early. So we had to go to the internet every time we wanted to use the internet. That was you know, that was then. As it was growing, it eventually gotten better, and it's still some areas where you'll have challenges when it comes to that. Even electricity problems is still challenging.
And transportation was one because when I first got there, I was like, I'll never drive here. This is insane. What? Drive? No, not driving here.
Do you take the
8 years
Trotros?
later, the Trotros and the taxi drivers. Oh my
It's
God.
like riding with Evil Knievel sometimes. It's like
everybody doing stunts all at one time.
And you might get in a trotro and it look like your driver is like 15 years old or 14 years old. You like, how long? You driving?
Well,
No.
you know, I went to I visited Ghana in 2016, and then I went back in 2018. I hardly recognize Accra. It seems like it's just changing so dramatically.
Yes.
I don't know if all that change is good, but it seems like the Africa is transforming before our very eyes.
It really is. And a lot of it is because we were thinking when we would see a lot of cranes and, you know, big booms coming up and a lot of infrastructure going up. At first, when we started seeing it, we were like, okay, this is a lot of the nieces from the different areas, the Lebanese, and they coming in and they buying because they were known and notorious for doing so. So when we started doing a lot more investigation, it's like, okay, it's a lot, okay, some Nigerians here. Okay, this is a Ghanaian guy that's doing this. But it's still, you have to think about the mindset, not just because of the hue. You got to think about the mindset as well. So are they African-centered? Are they Africa first? Or, you know, what is behind it? But as in the total, it's a lot of, I mean, everywhere. And it's still like the main pool is toward the crowd, but there's so many other areas of people starting to develop now. So it's really happening fast, like you're saying.
Dakar is like that too. This year, I took a group to Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, and Senegal. I have Senegalese in-laws, so I know Senegal a little bit. But
Whoa.
Senegal is changing a lot too.
Really?
What about the Chinese in Africa? What are your thoughts about that?
They are terrible. Can be blunt and very honest. They're terrible because I remember when they were first getting there, they were first establishing ties with Africa. They were visible. I would say visible ties. With just say Ghana, and we were understanding, learning then that they were using prison labor in China to build it. Then they were doing the roads. They were the ones responsible for building the George W. Bush Highway there in Ghana. That runs from Medina all the way to going to Akassa or to a Cape Coast. The Chinese built that highway, and they were using prison labor. And once they would take the
never
project,
heard that. That's new.
Yeah, this was like from brothers that's on the continent that's doing the work over there that we were talking to. That's actually activists on ground that's protesting, that's writing the foreign trying to present in the parliament about what's going on in the private sector. And when they were done with the project, they didn't take them back to China. They released those guys, and then because we've been, like I said, we've seen this happen for years. Now you're starting to see an influx in the village area, not in the crowd, but in the village area of mixed children from these unions where they basically raping, because they how they savagery is, and it's appalling. Until you go into areas now, we went to one of the main areas about 2 years ago, Dr. called Osu. In an Osu area, it was cordon off neighborhood for the Chinese. They had the lanterns up like it was China. They built a casino on that same strip on Oxford Street. They went all the way up, and I think they may have opened the casino 4 times, maybe. And it's just a big vacant building sitting there now for them to have business meetings or dinners with or whatever. Yeah, it's terrible. The influx is terrible.
Do you think Africa is going in a good direction generally?
Yes. I think what we seeing now and are experiencing now are growing pains and bumps in the road. Like you have to kind of take those growing pains with training wheels, because at any time you might be on your training wheels getting wobbly, but you on the cliff at the same time. So I have faith in it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we just gotta all go and do our part, because our minds and our voices in collectivism with the native voices and thinking and the mindsets. I mean, that's the key. That is the answer.
I would like to expound on that too, because I can actually say people have their different views, most positive about the year return and the impact that it had on us as a people wherever we were. But especially on the continent, that was my first time being there during the year return, of having so many continental brothers and sisters say, "Welcome home, my sister. Welcome home, my brother. How are you? You are welcome. Welcome back. Welcome home. You deserve to be here. This is your roots. We are the family." It was more deeper. I mean, they always showed us love, but it was like this was like the ultimate form of, okay, we realize now we didn't know, but we know now. So welcome home. You are welcome. We don't tell all of our family members, tell all of them it's time to come home. It was like a call to action, or the horn went off, or the bells was ringing. It was just it was so it was like to the ultimate extreme. It was like the most beautiful feeling to be any and everywhere, and the conversation would go quickly. It was like people just waiting to talk, waiting to hold each other's hand, to greet one another. It was amazing. It was totally amazing. And from that year return, some people are not happy and say different things about, well, they just want our economics. Well, don't you want us to use our own economics for a change? However, we need to, to attract one another. We know we have to be very creative to do so, but it's the fact that so many tongues were on Africa. So many people were saying Africa. So many people were thinking about it. So many people were anticipating. It was very effective.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. I can't wait to go back. No, I'm
Yes.
telling you, as soon as this virus lets up, I'm back there.
That's
I don't,
good.
I don't feel sorry for people who don't travel because everybody can't afford it. People have families, different obligations. I feel sorry for people who don't have a desire to travel, who don't
Right.
have a desire to see the world, particularly Africa. So for me, it's not just that we're battling ignorance, we're battling a lack of interest. So part of my job is to present African history in such a light that it's exciting to people. For example,
Right.
we must talk about enslavement, but I don't want to start there, you see?
Right.
And we must talk about enslavement, but I don't want to just talk about the Africans who suffered. I don't want to minimize the suffering of our ancestors, but I want to talk about Africans who resisted enslavement and who
Right.
tried to keep their basic human dignity and keep the family together. As Malcolm used to say, cotton picking don't move me. But the African who wanted to burn the slave master's house down with the slave master in it, I can get with that. I can get with the African who ran away, who built their own communities, etc.
Exactly.
In other words, my job is to help us develop our own narrative and begin to tell the story from our perspective without apologizing, without stuttering, without stammering, without whispering. We have the greatest story that's barely been told, and we can't wait for other people to tell it. We need to tell it ourselves. So that's what I'm about. So it's a pleasure to be able to share a little time with you and just maybe introduce some aspects of that story. And I hope with the passage of time, we can go around the world and go into great detail about the great things our people have done, which gives us an indication about the great things our people are going to do, can do, must do, will do.
True. Before you go, Doc, let me ask you one question. Where was the most remote country that you have been to and found our Black African presence?
Well, there's no place there isn't a Black African presence. I challenge you. You can get a globe or a map and maybe blindfold yourself and just point to a spot and open your eyes and say, Runoko Rashidi, I want you to tell me about Black people in ancient Rome. I want you to tell me about Black folk in ancient China, in Japan, in the Olmec civilization. And that to me is very exciting. And what I find most rewarding is when I'm talking to very young people.
Right.
My generation, for the most part, has done what it's going to do. Now, we are the elders, and I think we can provide guidance and direction. You all are doing your thing. But where I really see the great hope is with the Watotos, with the young people. I think if we can program them with a positive image of self, then there's nothing that we are not capable of doing. One of the things that I've learned in this struggle is no matter how hard you try, you can't do it by yourself. No matter how strong you are, you can't do it by yourself. And no matter how hard you work, you're not going to transform it overnight. The struggle that we confront today didn't start yesterday, and they're not going to end tomorrow. But each generation, each individual has an opportunity to chink away at that. Everybody can't do everything, but everybody can do something. And so I think that the ancestors have given all of us a mission. And if we open our hearts and open our minds and listen to that, then I think we are being told what to do. A lot of times people say, Runoko Rashidi, what should we do? What is the plan? To me, it's not the plan, it's the execution of the plan.
Exactly.
That image of white Jesus. Marry somebody who looks like you. Spend money with people who look like you. Control the educational institutions in your community. Very, very basic things. And that's when people begin to say, Runoko, I used to love you, but I'm not so sure anymore. Because in order to change society, we have to begin to change our behavior. White supremacy cannot exist unless we feed it.
Yes, sir.
The moment we stop feeding white supremacy is when it begins to die. But that means we have to change and stop doing a lot of the things that we're doing that allows Babylon to continue. And that's not easy. We need a reorientation about what we must do. So what I'm doing these days is I'm really spending a lot of time on the internet. This weekend, I have a 2-part seminar called Black Star, the African Presence in Early Europe. Every month I do an end of the month Global African series, Global African Presence lecture. And I'm going to go around the world. 2 months ago, it was on Black women in history and art.
Right.
Last month, it was the Global African Presence. This month, it's the African Presence in Early Europe. We will look at Black people as the first people in Europe, Black people who gave civilization to Europe. We will look at the wars. We will look at the Black Madonnas. We will look at great Black personalities in Europe. And I encourage people, go to the website, which is posted right in front of you, and get the information about how to register for that class. We also have a scholarship. It's $25 for 2 days. I know everybody doesn't have money. So we have a scholarship for young people, 10 of them. So if you know young people who want to participate, all they have to do is email me, Runoko@hotmail.com, and I will be happy to do that. And so what I'd like to do with you all is that every time we come on, is to focus on a different area in the global African experience and gradually go around the world and educate people in a way that they've never been educated before, with a lot of images. I show a lot of pictures with the maxim that seeing is believing and a picture's worth 1,000 words. Now I have the time and opportunity to share that, and I want y'all to take advantage of it.
Yes,
Yes,
we will. Yes.
You got a lot of people here that say they will be more than happy. When the students are ready, the teacher will appear, and you have appeared, and we are elated. We would love to. We will make it however you want to schedule it. We are wide open for that. This is what we are all about here at LMBLIG, which is Living My Best Life in Ghana, i.e. Africa. We have chosen to take upon our own torch to be the light, to be the shining diamonds in the rough that we need to be. We also said we're going to kill all negative and evil stereotypes about us on the way. So this is exactly what we're about. We're proud to take this on, and we're looking forward to many and growing up and building a great relationship with you. And we are more than happy. And once again, we are totally honored and just appreciate you for having the time on your hands. You know,
we're gonna keep you busy.
And we're gonna keep
you busy. Everybody hear me. Keep me as busy as you possibly can, because I'm here for you. I love Black people.
Yes.
I love Africa.
Yes.
And now we're the ones we've been waiting for. We have this opportunity, and I don't intend to flunk it. I think that someday we will face the ancestors. We will face Kwame Nkrumah and Chancellor Williams and Harriet Tubman, and they will say, what did you do to advance the cause of our people? And I want to be able to say, I did this and I did that and the other, and they will say, welcome, my brother.
Right. Right.
That I want to be accountable to, and future generations as well.
Yes.
What will future generations say about us? Will they say y'all were some trifling, be about nothing Negroes, or will they say you were freedom fighters and you sacrificed everything to advance the cause of our people? That's the line that I want to be in. So I appreciate what you all are doing, and when you need me, when you want me, just call on me and I'll be here.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.
Wait a minute. One thing, Doctor. Yeah. I'm a first degree Black belt.
All right.
In Northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
Very good.
Now, I have been studying Infodisha, Baba Infodisha, and Dr. Professor Small is like my uncle and my grandfather. Was just talking with him the other day. But I wanted you to come with the lesson on China, because I keep arguing with my martial arts buddies, telling them that martial arts, as we know it, originated in Africa. It originated with us melanated Africans. So I know you ran across that, because I seen the wall. I can't remember what pyramid it was in and what city it was in, which temple it was in. But it was like the martial arts chart, the fighting chart that's on almost every karate schools or kung fu dojo's wall. Came right out of Kemet.
Well, let me talk about that. The first known example of martial arts that I can identify in the world is in Kemet, is in ancient Egypt. There's a series of tombs in a place called Bani Hassan. It's 1,000 steps up. In my younger years, I was able to do it with no problem, sweating and huffing and puffing. But I went up there and I saw it, and you can see 3,800 years ago, 3,800 years ago, painted inside the tombs, Black men in martial arts positions. Now, if you go a little bit farther down in history, you can go to a place called, my God, it's on the west bank of the Nile. Medinet Habu. Medinet Habu. It's on the west bank of the Nile in Luxor. And this takes us to the 20th dynasty. And you can see African men again in martial arts postures. Now, in terms of China itself, I've been able to identify Black people in at least 4 dynasties in China. The first one is the Shang dynasty. The Shang dynasty is important to us because it's the first historical dynasty in China. And you can see evidence of Africans in the field of physical anthropology. They found their bones. And not only that, but you see evidence of it in art. You see, for example, images, libation vessels of tigers protecting little Black men. These are the so-called Batwa, the so-called ignorance. You find them in China. And then you find in the Tang dynasty, several hundred years later, you find African or Black acrobats from Southeast Asia. The Tang dynasty is important because it's the historical period of literature and art. Then you go to the Yuan dynasty. This is a dynasty dominated by Kublai Khan and the Mongols.
Right.
You find Black men in very powerful positions. And finally, in the Ming dynasty. The Ming dynasty is important because this is a time of Dao Mo or Bodhidharma. A Black man, credited with taking martial arts from India to the Far East. So martial arts is already spread out of Africa. And now, through the agency of Black men, is transferred to the Far East itself. And so next month, I'm going to do, and I want you to invite me back. Next month, I'm going to do my end of the month seminar or webinar on the African presence in Asia. And I will go into that in great detail. But that's just a little bit right there. In Japan, you have 2 proverbs that have been used to suggest a Black presence. One says, for a samurai to be brave, he must have a bit of Black blood. The other one says, to make a good samurai, half the blood in one's veins must be Black. And there's evidence that the first shogun, a military ruler of Japan, was a Black man named Sakanoi Tomomiraro. So all this is rich history.
Yeah.
This is not the history of colonial subjects and enslaved and oppressed people. This is the history of the first people in the world and the people that gave civilization and all the things that go with it to the world. And that's the history that we want to study right now. We don't want to begin at our lowest point. I believe that if you think your history began with slavery, the best you will hope to be is a good slave, and you will be psychologically crippled. So we want to begin at the beginning, show all the various phases, and then we want to talk about resistance to enslavement. So I think that's enough to get us started right now.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And would you mention your books that you have for sale so our audience can go online and purchase your books?
I have 8 books in print. I have a book on the African presence in Asia. I have the African presence in Europe. I have one dedicated to Ivan van Sertima. I have 2 magnificent photo books. I have a book for children called Assata Garvey and Me, A Global African Journey for Children. Assata Garvey is my child, could be your child, any child in search of knowledge of self. So I have an autobiography. I have a big travel book. So all you have to do if you're interested in my books, my DVDs, my pamphlets, I have a scroll of African women queens. I have another scroll of the Olmecs. A lot of educational material. Just go to the website, drrunoko.com, drrunoko.com. There you go. And you can also get information about signing up for the webinar at the end of this month and the scholarships.
Okay. Yeah, we already signed up for the webinar, so we are saying
all right.
Yes. So this is the information, everybody, to sign up for the webinar. We want to support Dr. Rashidi. Right now, go ahead and click over into another browser if you can, but make sure that you get this information. It will be in the description box after this live is over. Govern yourselves accordingly. Make sure that we keep learning every day. We're supposed to be growing every day. It's not we're not at a point any time in our lives where we can't grow. Knowledge is very important, and the more knowledge that we have, the more right knowledge we have, it'll be good for us to grow ourselves and get out of the horrible conditions that we face right here wherever we are, especially in Babylon. But
And
like,
you have to make sure, sorry to interrupt, make sure you send me the link for this.
okay,
Because I have about 10 or 12 Facebook pages and I want to circulate it all over the place. I want people to know about the work you're doing.
I appreciate it. Sure will. It's done. We appreciate you once again. Everybody is thanking you as we speak. They say they signed up. They ready. Dr. Runoko Rashidi is the best. He's the greatest. Yes, he is. A great guest. Yes, and we're just proud. Everybody give Dr. Runoko Rashidi a hand.
Yes.
And you can always email me at renoko@hotmail.com. If you have a question or you just want to have a little more, continue the dialogue, renoko@hotmail.com. I'll try to get back with you as soon as possible. I see Sister Felicia say y'all going to bring me back next month. So I'm
next month is just a couple of weeks away.
yeah, and I want to thank Felicia Brown because she was the one who made the connection.
Yes, she was.
All right.
Felicia Brown.
We thank Felicia so much. She is our official PR person for LMBLIG.
Yep, I call her my cousin too. She's one of my cousins as well.
Yeah.
All right, you all be well.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
A pleasure. You too. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Man, exciting. Man, we was interviewed on our own show by Dr. Runoko Rashidi, man. Come on, man.
Y'all show so much love, and you looking beautiful. Yes. I appreciate the energy. Everybody was listening and on point. I felt everybody was just so happy to have Dr. Runoko Rashidi here. Oh, my goodness.
Dr. Runoko Rashidi, our in-house, I don't even want to say lecturer, scholar.
He's our historian. He wants to come back every month, so y'all get ready.
Class now,
we got class. Yes, we got to do name that class in session with Dr. Runoko Rashidi. Oh my goodness, we appreciate y'all for being here. It's a beautiful day.
You want to ride with me because I'm going. When I start learning all of this information, I'm going. Me, Jaja already down, so hey. Me and the grandson who want to get on the granddaddy grandson train because we going to check out some of these places.
We got 100 and some countries we got to visit and go find all the African presidents.
What y'all see what my Kung Fu school going to look like in Ghana now?
Things popping like things stopping. Little things stopping. Go on, T-Roy.
T-Roy.
Big things stopping, little things stopping. That's the down south, baby. Don't play with it. Yeah, so we really appreciate our sister Felicia Brown. Anybody, I just throw her way. She she own it, and she coming with it, and we just appreciate her being a part of our family, taking us to the next level. We deserve this as African people. Just look at it like that. This is what we deserve. This is our African birthright. We were born with African inside of us. Okay, we are African. So we just need to learn as much as possible to make us stronger and more powerful, where we can trust each other, we can build with one another, we can do all the things that we're supposed to do to lighten this load for all Africans to come together, unify, and do our thing. You hear me? Right. Yes, thank you to everybody that made it to the live today. You all have made history. Thank you, Superior Carter. So happy he was able to bring the tie between Africa and them people.
Because you feel it. You feel it. My martial journey. What's up, homeboy? Yeah. That's another co-star from Coming to Africa. He had a cameo in that thing. Y'all got to check it out. The movies. The brother in the barbershop in the chair with the locks. Yeah.
Peace and Madison, future and power. You are such catalyst for progress. But that's it, Sister Felicia.
Appreciate my sister.
Looking forward to his return. Felicia Brown, that's what's up, TSP. Thank you, Theophilus. Says thank you, Jatan. Big thanks, popping little thanks, stopping t-shirt. Okay? Yes. Yeah, babe. Don't stop. I got 6 grandsons, Power.
Let's
I'm
go!
down.
Oh man,
Go,
whatever.
Tonyo.
D-ball, Tonyo, don't play.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
love them little soldiers, man. I
Our
love them.
blood, liquid gold.
It sure
I
is.
swear.
Literally.
Okay. Thank y'all so much. We had an awesome time. We'll see y'all later. Power.
God love you. God love me. Bye.
Peace, everybody.